Alright, so the trailer for Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania, has finally come out. It's been, I think, since July at Comic-Con that trailer was first shown. I'm assuming it's going to be the same trailer. I mean, why would it not be? Unless they took this time to really, redesign it from the ground up. I doubt it. And admittedly, I have read some of the, leaks from that trailer. I didn't see it if it was uploaded. But I know that we're going to see Kang. I mean, we got to see Kang. He's the big bad, and I'm excited for this mainly because of how much Peyton Reed, the director, is pumping that this is going to have really serious implications for the rest of the MCU. Obviously, considering that we're getting the proper introduction of Kang, the big bad of this saga, unless somebody else shows up. But yeah, I'm excited. I know this is going to be a little bit of a darker tone. I like the first two Antman movies. The first one's fine. I like the second one a little bit more, but they're very entertaining. But I think a lot of the problem with the previous two is they're pretty low stakes. Here, it's bigger stakes, big deal, and heavy implications. So I'm excited. Let's do it.
I used to ask myself a lot of questions.
Oh, Elton John.
That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
She's got short hair. No. Well, at least he's taking it with a smile on his face.
Why we made this. Like a satellite for deep space, but quantum.
They dyed her hair. I think she's a blonde, if I remember correctly.
Down to the quantum realm. Turn it off. Now.
Cool sound design. Yeah, this is much more intense already than the previous two Antman movies. That was really cool looking. I'm getting sucked in. Wow, that looks amazing. I'm down. I'm going to land. Oh man. That looks, wow, this looks freaking crazy. I love the design of everything.
There's something I never told you.
This place.
Oh,
It isn't what you think.
I recognize Jonathan Major's voice. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. It's got a very Guardians of the Galaxy sort of aesthetic. What the? That was sick. That's like some Reality Stone shit. There he is. Kang.
So, what's it gonna be? Antman.
He's got like scars on his face. Interesting. That's a new logo, but I don't really like it. What happened to the old one? It was like all cool and colorful, and come on. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting that and that. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks again. Well, that was exciting, full of a lot of interesting little tidbits. Obviously, the coolest thing being we see Kang, and we see him with the blue. I guess it's like a blue light coming from his mask on his face because he just looks like Jonathan Majors, but he's got some scarring and he's got purplish green. I don't really know anything about Kang from the comics, but I know what he looks like. He's got that purplish and greenish outfit, sort of armor. It looks cool, and I guess they changed this trailer from the Comic-Con one because I know that there was some line about him saying you're an Avenger. Have I killed you before? And that's not in this at all. And as a result, it's much less. He's not as imposing and threatening as I assume. But here he just says, he's trying to make a deal with Antman. So what do you say, Antman? So maybe it's a bit trying to spin him. Maybe that he's not going to be totally villainous. I mean, obviously he's going to be, or at least a variant of him is going to be, or several variants, whatever. But yeah, so maybe they're trying to make it seem like he could potentially be an ally, even though we know it's probably not going to, maybe a bit like a Mysterio sort of thing. Or that's at least maybe that's how Antman and the Van Dynes and Cassie, how they all approach him, how they see him. Oh, maybe he's actually an ally. No, he's all about his own motivations, you know. But I think I'm very excited to see Jonathan Majors in this role. I've never seen him in anything else besides Loki, admittedly, but I know he's a great actor, just from what I've heard. And he just has an incredible presence, even just in Loki. Even though the finale, say what you want about it, but he definitely had I think the fact that he's going to be playing all these different versions, you know, immediately you see Kang in this one shot of the trailer. He gives a totally different vibe than He Who Remains did. You know, he's very cheerful and sort of lackadaisical about things. But here Kang seems to be about business, which I like. And it's interesting that we're going to have this one actor playing assumingly there's going to be other variants too. Ramatut, you know, Nathaniel Richards. I don't know. Well, I guess Nathaniel Richards was He Who Remains technically. I only know about that because I've been briefed on Kang recently. But it's very cool. And the visuals in this trailer were incredible. The Quantum Realm, we got teased of it previously, but it looks incredible. And the effects look outstanding. And all the creatures and the aliens, it does look like Guardians. I'm not crazy here. I mean, the very sort of colorful aesthetic, I love it. It's very James Gunnish. But yeah, totally different from the previous two Ant-Man films. Certainly more than the first, definitely different from the first one. The second one dealt with the quantum thing a bit more, obviously rescuing Janet Van Dyne, but here we're going fully into it, investing into it, which is cool. And I don't know who the hell Bill Murray's playing. He didn't even say anything, he just showed up. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But obviously it's Bill Murray, so I'm glad he's in it, and I'm sure he'll be a lot of fun in it. But yeah, Janet Van Dyne seemingly she's like scared about, I guess she probably met Kang or she knows of Kang, because she's like, you know, don't send a message to the quantum realm, and they get sucked in and she hits the fan, essentially. It looks like. But yeah, really far darker tone, which I like. I like Hope's new look. She's got shorter hair. And I think it's funny, the whole thing with Scott's sort of ego trip that he's, you know, oh, I'm an Avenger and I'm a celebrity now, you know. He's walking the red carpet, you know. That's funny. And I think maybe his ego's gonna be taken down a peg by Kang, who's gonna be like, you know, I'm the real deal. You're just, you know, a wannabe big deal. You know, he's just this tiny little Avenger. I'm Kang the Conqueror, sort of thing. So I'm very interested to see the dynamic, and obviously this is a springboard for pretty much the rest of the multiverse saga, assumedly, which is very, very exciting. But didn't really reveal much about the story, what Kang's motivations are. We just know that apparently they just get sucked in the quantum realm. They run up with Kang, and Kang needs them to do something for him, I guess. So maybe Kang won't be the primary villain of this. There'll be somebody else. But then at the end, Kang is sort of taking the reins, or you know, of the quantum realm. But I'm interested to see, because obviously we know that time is sort of different. You know, 5 hours in the quantum realm is 5 years in. Or at least that was the case for Scott, 5 years in the real world. So does that mean that they're going to be, however long they're in here, they're going to come out and a ridiculous amount of time has passed? Or is it going to be that, because Kang mentions, he says something like, I can send you back, I can give you more time or something. I can't remember what he said, but maybe that's what he's referring to. You know, I can send you back to the point where you left, so you haven't missed all this time. That would make the most sense to me. Maybe in exchange for doing what Kang needs him to do. And I have no idea what that's going to be. So that'll be interesting. I don't know, what could Scott and them do that Kang couldn't if he's all-powerful? I don't know. But it's exciting nonetheless. This film comes out in February, first film of Phase 5. And I think now, obviously, lots of people, myself included, have been sort of whining, for lack of a better word, that the MCU's been sort of directionless for the past couple of years with Phase 4, and I think that's a totally valid argument. But now it seems like, I think that was intentional. You know, they were just doing these little side stories. There was some interconnectivity, but it was mostly loose. But now they really, you know, honing it in towards, I was going to say an endgame, but it's towards the Secret Wars, where they have a destination that they're heading for. So that's a reason in itself to get excited. But yeah, pretty brief trailer. Movie comes out in 4 months. It's the next film after Wakanda Forever, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. And until next time, thanks for watching.